one of the things that we talked about a great deal here in Ocean County was Barnegat Bay, and how over the years there had been studies and talks and rhetoric and conversation about taking the necessary steps to save Barnegat Bay, but there had been very little action. And today you're seeing action being taken, real action, that over the course of time will help to restore Barnegat Bay. Today I signed a bill that establishes, without question, the toughest fertilizer standards in America. And believe me, we've got a lot of pushback from that industry. But we understand that the beauty of the body of water that we have here in New Jersey is much more important, both to our psychic health and to our economic health, than any of the arguments being made by the other side. The other bills are very important as well, as is the decision that was made in conjunction with the administration to, in 9 years, close Oyster Creek Nuclear Plant in order to stop the damage that was being done to Barnegat Bay by that plant as well. We have plans that will be being announced in the near future regarding being able to replace the energy that Oyster Creek provides to the people of the state of New Jersey, but to do it in a way that will be much more environmentally friendly than the way that it's being done right now and the effect that that's having on Barnegat Bay. These are all bills also require a new look regarding soil erosion and sediment control, which we also know is an extraordinary problem that affects the bay in a very, very significant way. And also to require the state DOT to inventory and assess all the stormwater basins it owns in this Barnegat Bay watershed, and to include needed repairs and replacements in its capital project plans. And let me assure you they will do it. These faulty basins, as you know, result in pollution washing directly into the bay, and again affect the health and the marine life that we have in Barnegat Bay. This is just the beginning. There's more to do. We know that, but these, I suspect, most will tell you, are the first real concrete steps that have been taken when combined with the closing of Oyster Creek to be able to protect marine life and protect the health of this bay over the long haul. For many, if not most, who live in Ocean County, Barnegat Bay is a part of their growing up. It's a part of who they are as children. It's a part of who they are as adults. It's a part of the way they identify themselves as New Jerseyans. And we cannot allow the further degradation of this extraordinary natural resource. And so while there will be continuing challenges ahead, some of them will be difficult to overcome, we will overcome them. Because what's much more important is that my children and my grandchildren, your children, your grandchildren, still have a vital, healthy Barnegat Bay to show to themselves, to their friends and their neighbors, and to use in the way that it's been used over the years as a resource, an extraordinary resource for the people of the state of New Jersey and all those in tourism who come to visit Ocean County in New Jersey and are attracted in part not only by the Atlantic Ocean but by Barnegat Bay. So I want to thank first and foremost Commissioner Martin. He has provided extraordinary leadership at the DEP. And after almost a year now, anybody who has interacted with the Department of Environmental Protection in the Christie administration knows that Bob Martin has made an extraordinary difference in changing what was once a truly hated department. By environmentalists, by business people, nobody liked it was going on there. Bob has turned it into a place where everyone has a seat at the table, where those who fight for protecting our environment have a seat at the table and their voices heard. Those who conduct business in the state of New Jersey and who need to interact with the Department of Environmental Protection now have a seat at the table and their voices being heard. And at the head of that table, they have someone who has both the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to bring forth the type of compromise that's necessary in order to protect all the interests of the people of the state. This is just another example that, Commissioner, you made us proud. Thank you very much. And the legislators here today Ocean County's best, Senator Connors. Assemblywoman Cove and Assemblyman Rump, thank you. I keep telling him. He knows what I'm going to say. Pedro Shivakula, Assemblyman, Democrat from Middlesex County. We're going to get him onto the Republican side. Bill signings and some Republicans, I'll tell you. But what it shows is, in all seriousness, while I'd love to have him as a Republican, I understand that at least at the moment he's not. But what it shows more than anything else is that these are not partisan issues and they don't have to be. And Assemblyman I appreciate his voice on these issues and his support and his leadership on it. Thank you very much for being here again today. And last but not least, I want to thank Dave Pringle. Dave is a strong and forceful voice for environmental issues in this state. He is someone who has been educating me and this administration on these issues from as far back as over a year and a half ago. You know, Dave is showing that there are ways that we can accomplish these goals in New Jersey in a way that is strong and protects our environment, but also acknowledges that other people deserve a voice at the table as well. Dave is a strong voice for environmental issues, but also a reasonable voice on those issues. And that's why he has the respect of this governor and the respect of the environmental movement of the people in New Jersey. David, thank you for being here. So we have more to do on this issue. We'll continue to work at it. We'll work with our friends and allies in the legislature to continue to move forward. We will not lose our focus on this issue. We know that there's more to do, and we'll continue to do it. As I said to David, when I handed him the pen from signing these bills, one set of major issues down, many major issues to go for us to work on together, and we will do that. So I want to thank all of you for coming today. We have members of the press here who I assume will want to ask you some questions. So we'll go to questions, and if there are any that are really hard, we'll push them off the mark.
Governor, a fourth bill